I'm a professional.
This improv story is based on the idea woman finds a bag of fish, let the story commence. Mary was walking down the street one day minding her own business, and there was the shows were in the park, the fun fair, waltzers and all that, and other wee things where you could chuck a ball and hit a thingy and get a prize. Somebody had left a bag of 3 goldfish. You see it right there. Somebody had put it down. Somebody had went, I don't want them after all, and they thought, it looked like somebody just went like that. I'm just going to put it down, and then somebody will see, but it's fucking sitting there. The fucking sun will get it, and it'll just boil and fucking. Mary picked up the bag with the 3 goldfish inside, and took it up the road. And she thought, well, I'll put it. And she had a vase. It wasn't a glass vase. She did have a vase, as opposed to
Yes, it was, oh, more fucking flowers. Does that mean I have to have my legs in the air all night? Well, I don't have a vase, do I?
Mary did have a vase. So she took his flowers out and she put water in and she put the 3 fish in, but she couldn't see them. Because it was, it's made of clay or whatever, had a kind of spiral sort of thing around it. And she thought they'll be there, they'll be alright there. And she sort of used a light on her phone to kind of look in and saw them moving about. It's kind of a bit narrow, kind of looked like something you would maybe piss in a fucking hospital, kind of like that, and then went like that, and then kind of came out, like so it's easy to sort of get in it. And she thought, I'll get a proper, no an aquarium, but a proper sort of bowl, fish bowl sort of thing tomorrow. She went to sleep. She woke up the next day, and she's like, "What? I don't remember putting flowers in the vase. Wait a minute, that's the one that's the one the fish are in. Wait." And she's like, "Did that happen?" She's like, "But I don't remember these flowers." There were 3 fish flowers. They were combined because they shared the same space as there was something that happened. There was like seeds left in there. There was some sort of plant, biological material left back in the vase that mixed with the fish, and the fish had grown into kind of fish flowers. So they looked like fish, but kind of dry, like ties. Looked like a tie, like a fish tie. Looked like fish, but it looked kind of like plant-like. And she went, fuck. She went up, and she touched it, and it went like that. Fish went up. A sort of kind of bob sort of thing, and she went, doof. And she went, fucking hell, that's minging. And she picked it up, and she went out, and she was ready for like fucking kicking it right across the road. But a wee boy went by and went, "Mummy, what's that lady's got?" And the wee boy's mom went like, come along, Timothy. I'm sorry. He's so nosy, so curious. They're so curious at this age, aren't they? And Mary went, "It's fish flowers." "Fish flowers? Come along now, Timothy. What's fish flowers?" And Mary went, "You can have them. You can have them if you like." And the mom went like, "Oh no, it's okay." "Mummy, can I have the fish flowers, please? The lady said I can have them." "You don't mind?" And Mary went, "No, here." She said, What are they? The flowers kind of like combined with fish. the mum didn't quite get what that meant. She thought, was it a toy? Is it electronics? Got to use batteries? Didn't know. Just went, oh, right. She's like, just probably take them off a Mary and, like, bin them later. That was that. Mary thought that was it. And she went back in the house, did some work from home, went to sleep, woke up the next day. Went out round about the same time as the wee boy and the ma had walked past the day before. Because the wee boy was like in a school uniform, so round about the same time he would have been going to school. And there, she could see two silhouettes coming down, because the sun, you see her street when she looked to the right, she was facing the east. And the sun was rising. So she couldn't quite see, because the sun was there, it's like silhouettes. Do you know what I mean? Couldn't quite see. And she just saw these two figures coming towards her. And then, with horror, a macabre horror, Mary noticed that the ma and the wee boy had turned into fish. And they went like that to Mary. We're the fish, and you're the chips. It's time for a fish supper for our God. And this big God came out of the clouds like, where's my fish supper? And he got them all, and he got them all, the boy. And he picked up Mary, and chucked her into wee chips, and chucked them all into the fryer, and it blew like a jippy, and made a fish supper for his dinner that night. The end. And that is actually a true story. Actually a true story. How do I know? I was a neighbour. I saw the whole thing. And I bought that God thing, didn't want the whole fish supper, was full up. Sort of swept the rest of it off the table, and it fell down, and I had some. And it was the fucking best chip